Spawned on the shore with a rock in my hand, salt in my lungs, I don't know this land. Blueprint dreams in a broken hull, every wave says trust no one. Night comes fast, here boots on deck, crossbow shadow, heart on check. One wrong sound and it's all erased, hours of grind in a gunshot phase. Hey! Buried hope in a stash below, X marks life where the currents flow. They want my boat, they want my name, but I won't sink in your greedy game. Hey! We live, we die on the sea of scrap, steel hull dreams with the tide at our back, cannons roar. Yeah, we never run, rust life caught by the rising sun. Hey, hands on deck, hey, never look back. Hey, one rain away from a full white map. Hey, take my loot, you better fight for that. This is our world, the sea of scrap. Hey. Radar pings, fog rolls in, gunboats hunting with a shark tooth grin. Oil rig lights like a promised throne, but every chest screams you're not alone. Crew whispers low, no trust tonight, friend or traitor in the moonlight. Inventory full, heart racing loud, one torpedo ends us now. Hey! Every crate feels cursed to steal, every deal signed in blood and steel. I've lost it all, rebuilt again. Rust don't care, it just tests men. We live, we die on the sea of scrap, steel hull dreams with the tide at our back, cannons roar. Yeah, we never run, rust life caught by the rising sun. Hands on deck, hey, never look back. Hey, one rain away from a full white map. Hey, take my loot, you better fight for that. This is our world, the sea of scrap. Hey. White day prayers in a rusted can, friends turn ghosts, still grind again. If I sink tonight, remember this, I died rich in adrenaline. Hey! Low on the guns, hey, cut the lights. Hey, this ocean ain't for the weak tonight. No safe zones, hey, no mercy left. Hey, every wave is a final test. We live, we die. Sea of scrap, hey, blood and load in the wake we track. From shoreline dirt to the deep sea black. Hey, rush to the bone, we don't look back. Say it loud, hey, bring the mag. Hey, this is life. On the sea of scrap, say it loud. Hey, bring the man. Hey, this is life. Hey, on the sea of scrap. Cold tide, hot steel, still alive, still real. Cold tide, hot steel, wake up naked with a dream to kill. Spawned on the shore with a rock in my hand, salt in my lungs, I don't know this land. Blueprint dreams in a broken hull, every wave says trust no one. Night comes fast, here boots on deck, crossbow shadow, heart on check. One wrong sound and it's all erased, hours of grind in a gunshot phase. Hey! Buried hope in a stash below, X marks life where the currents flow. They want my boat, they want my name, but I won't sink in your greedy game. Hey! lives in a rusted can. Friends turn ghosts, still grind again. If I sink tonight, remember this: I died rich in adrenaline. Hey! Low on the guns, cut the lights. This ocean ain't for the weak tonight. No safe zones, no mercy left. Every wave is a final test. We live, we die. Sea of scrap, blood and load in the wake we track. From shoreline dirt to the deep sea black. Rush to the bone, we don't look back. Say it low, bring the mag. This is life. On the sea of scrap, say it low. Bring the mag. This is life.
Hello, everyone. We are back on Rust. Welcome, welcome. I was just taking a look at some of the items that what the numbers were doing on the item shop this week, and also that's where we got to talk about our free stuff that we can get by watching streamers for 2 hours of your time. We'll pull that up just because that's where I've got a few comments on how do I get those? What do I do? I thought that's where we would get those. So we'll dive into that. So taking a look at our Rust store, we have a lot of really good continuations. Continuations, especially on the Armor Door, Cold Hunter, Tempest Auto Turret. There's another big one, Hot Sets. Also gold chains and optimized revolver. That's a very interesting. So I am kind of curious. So I haven't looked at the numbers yet on what the JPEG bed's going to be, and also what the sales are going to look like for that Project Nova door. Xenotype mini firearms box. I don't know about this one. That's where cool continuations on it. Do we really need a small box for firearms? I could see where it fit in. And Naval Camo AR. I don't know, that the set's very popular. I get it, but is the continuation with firearms and stuff going to keep it going? We'll see, guys. And don't forget about your plushies. This is where we'll talk about the drops and how you get those free items by watching your favorite streamers for 2 hours of your time. Also, we have the shop fronts. We have the late night shift, and we have our pop star. So which one this week out of all of our items is going to be our leader? Let me show you. So, starting us off, these are the up-to-date numbers. So, looks like we have optimized revolver at 16,000. Wow. Let's take a look at what the other collection parts are doing. So the semi-automatic pistol that was just last week is actually up a little bit, but not. It's actually the whole collection is down. Interesting. So will that help it? I don't know. Time will tell. Next, we have the Popstar shop front at 10,800. Rest of the set has been popping off. Popping. We got the AK now all the way up to $15. Wow. Armor door, $4.40. Auto turret, we knew that was going to go up. The furnace surprises me. I thought that was going to go up a little bit further. The sheet metal door, the garage door, $13 for that. Wow. Unreal. I think we're only missing one piece of it. The Popstar set. I'm not sure which one it is. It might be the LR or something like that. So if this is telling you, should I... Morning, Middle. How are you? Should you be, if you're a collector and you're looking for something else, to kind of add to your collection, should you probably buy the shop front for Popstar? Numbers aren't going to lie, guys. That's where this one probably should be added to your collection if you're going to be looking to resell it later on. If you just enjoy the set, it's perfectly fine. I get it. A lot of love for the garage door. Absolutely fantastic. I do see that out in the wild every so often. And I have come across a lot of rated rated bigger bases with the Popstar bed, so secretly people are loving this set. Now, let's pop into Metal Gear or Gear Mechanism. 10,500. Okay, so if you take a look, this is pretty much average for the other furnaces that are out there. If you take a peek, right now you can see it's hit all these other numbers of the regular furnaces that've been out there. Molten's a little bit different. That one was a big hit. That was earlier on, but you can see the earlier furnaces really did some crazy numbers. Pirate, let me know if you need any. What? Mostly done for wipe. That's crazy. What we're going to be doing is taking a look at the apartments on Brits. That's where we've gotten some real mixed emotions on that, and we got to try to debunk a couple things. So well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right, back into the furnaces. Now we can see the first neon furnace that did 54,800 sales. Absolutely just slammed it out of there. Is down to $1.11. On the third dairy sites right now, you can just probably pick it up for, as I seen it as low as 85 cents. So nothing beats desert raids. Right. Ooh, very cool. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Can we look at all the shop items? Yeah, that's where we're going through them. Don't worry about that. Metal Gear, will that retain its price? That's going to take pretty much a dip. We know that's going to. If this gets up to past that 15, 16 range, that's pushing it. That's pushing it. It's not going to. We only have the next few days. It's not going to get there. So it's going to be at about 12. 12 and a half. So let's just be real. Late shop front. That one is just right behind the Popstar. So I think this is going to probably get at that 13 range. People are really going to like this coming out. And let's take a look. So we got Popstar. What's the other fronts doing? Fireflies, we knew that was going to do a higher 120,000 just along with the space station. It's pretty comparable on there. Giveaway oh my goodness gracious, you gave it all away. Cool. Apartments is legit. So yeah, we'll get to that part. I do play on a few other servers. That's where we've been putting together some clips and stuff of the apartments. They are something. We'll say that. So is this gonna hold up? This is a really good one for trades and that kind of bring more attention to your base, especially that's where we're playing on Brits and things. That is absolutely fantastic. Could I see playing this on vanilla? I've got a strong enough base, but I run solo. That's going to put a red flag on me. But at 249, I think that's a decent buy this week. I bought that one right away. Project Nova Door. I do like the design. So remember, that's where for the skin creator who did this one, the greening set. So you can tell the similarities between it. 249. 249 sheet metal door. If you look at our sheet metal doors, all of them have gone down. Which ones are holding? Popstar, Hazma. So is this a unique door enough to hold it into contention with Hazma and Popstar? Probably not. If you have Gothic Veil door that has went down and you had Will Jump using this style of a door and it's still under by 3%, it's not going to hold up, guys. It's not going to hold up. So this one I would probably put on a buy order, and I would be at, if you want one, probably put it at $1.50. But right now you can see some of the cool doors. You could probably get those under $1. Don't know why, but I like the gear doors set. Let me take a look at where that is at. So that is down just a hair. I mean, not too bad. It's only down 14%. When we get in the fall, is that one probably going to drop? Probably. It does. When you look at it, that's where it has so many cool components to it. So I get where that one would be a favorite. I do like it. Now we get into Cold Hunters. Cold Hunters, oh man, you look at the set. So many cool weapons in there. Looks so good, especially if that's where you're a snow rat. But, what is our biggest piece in there? So it's going to be your SAR, and it's going to be your Thompson that really is holding this set kind of together. But I mean, you can get some of these fun pieces and not spend a fortune, and they're under their markets. The double barrel, the double barrel is actually fantastic. And the Cold Hunter knife. That's why is before they started doing all the skinnables on that. That's where this set has just been fantastic. So when did that one come out? That one doesn't have the parts. Here we go. So that was only waited to accept. It was 17 days, so it was released 5 months ago. Okay, and that one did only 7,200 sales. That seems a little lackluster for what the set does. Interesting. But Cold Hunter door, others comparables. When you take a look, Armored Doors, Popstar, that's a novelty. We're going to get more Armored Doors, so I would just hang in there, honestly. There's that greeting set. You can tell that's the same skin creator that we looked at before for Project Nova. Xenotype, small box. Xenotype, before we had that box DLC that dropped, these were just popping. These were up in value. Everybody had to have them. You know, you've seen them in so many bases. And now you can see this set has completely bombed out. Completely bombed out. People have sold these things left and right. When they came out, everybody was just using these to actually build up their cash in their Steam accounts. Let's just be honest, they were snatching them up. Now, everybody looks like fools on this one. The mini cards box, I get. I get this one. I get it. Do you really need a mini firearms box? I don't know. Could this build the set back up? I did not, middle. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is there a recording for the town hall meeting for Brits? Now I'm kind of interested. Or if you got a couple bullet points to throw out there for all of us that did not listen to it. Kind of curious on what the changes will be. The farming door, we knew that was going to go down too. So the set completely down, minus $25.02 right now. Wow. If you held on to it, I'm so sorry for your resales, but we seen it was going down. This box, I mean, if you really want to have a small box collection, you might as well jump onto it. Do I think you should pay $249? Probably not. I would put a buy order of $1.50 on this one. All right, JPEG bed. Now that the bed has probably came back or brought life to this collection, you can see $20. Okay. What has pretty slow, biggest takeaway from it, V2 possible having different maps for every world. Whew. Well, middle, there you go. That way to drop that bomb. That's a big one. So on Brits, so each world different map. How do you guys feel on that? Different maps for different ones. I kind of like it. I do. I like that a lot. I think that's good. JPEG, again, that's where, since we had the bed that dropped in here, brought some new life on here. I know that's where the boots were down. That's where the face mask was undervalued, and so was the chest piece. But garage door, $5.22 for this set. That's quite the stretch. Honestly, I think I have some of the. I have like the kilt. I have the roadside armor, roadside gloves. I think I have the bigger components in here. This wooden door is kind of fun. Wooden door. We'll have to take a. Rip it up. No new content really until V2. They don't want to patch in other people's codes. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I wish they had like a recording that I could watch it, later on. Honestly, that's where I would go through it just to watch it with everybody. Just do a kind of like a recap. That'd be fun. Food for thought. Next time that's where somebody's in there and they say, hey, anybody got any ideas? Throw that out there for me. I'd love it. You can let me know. I always find that stuff interesting. So, long takeaway, that's where if you're a fan of JPEG, would I pay $249 for the bed skin? Where's the other bed skins? We have 33 guys already. 33 bed skins. Wow. So right now, look at Oasis did 6,100. I think that is the lowest selling bed skin, and that is under. No, we have Temple at 5,400, and that's not doing very good. Is JPEG set enough to hold this together? To push this bed skin up? I don't know. That's going to be a buy order. Let's just be real. Should be able to handle thousands of players at once. This will allow more entities, less, more matches, etc. Yes, middle. Okay. Hey, Trip, how are you? I hope they get the counts kind of with all these servers together. If they have the different maps, if they're able to get more of a pops on these, that would be so cool. That would be excellent. I would be a fan. Sign me up. Okay. Naval Camel. Naval Camel has been just popping off for some reason. I have a couple other sets that I like instead of the Naval Camel. It's just my personal opinion. Just my personal opinion on there. We can take a look in the inventory, but we can see this is kind of tapered off a little bit. Now, this is where you have the pants under $4. Don't know why this was trying to sell it like $6, and I seen some at $9. That's insane. And hoodies actually come down from like $9 where it was at some point. Absolutely ridiculous. Please don't buy stuff at that price point. And then we have all the other pieces kind of tapering off as well. Is the Naval Camo gonna morph into more of like weapon skins, stuff like that? I don't know. Honestly, I would have actually liked to see them more into the deployable section. Would have been something more that I would have liked. But, I mean, hey, that's what the skin creator decided to go. But it is a cool set. I mean, does it work out in the deep sea? Yeah. It came in at a good time? Yeah, I agree with it. But, I mean, will it retain its value? I would put a buy order on this one as well, guys. I'm just going to be honest. No armor set where rival Forest Raiders, Whiteout, or Desert Raiders. Boom. Middle, you just took that right in the middle of it. Boom, you blew it up. Exactly. Those are going to be your staples. Those go right with the biomes that are in the game. But I'm going to throw this out. If we go off of that, we have the white, we have the desert, we have the green. What about jungle? What about jungle? If they made Temple, hoodie and pants, would that be considered the jungle go-to? I think it could. Could it replace something in Forest Raiders? Maybe that's where the hesitant is. I don't know. Tempered auto turret. 9 auto turret skins out there ready. Absolutely fantastic. Don't forget, that's where we have the charity one that's hanging out there. Very cool. And we have that gold chains that's coming out. It's at 5,641. Does anybody skin their auto turrets? Does anybody skin their auto turrets besides with the pop star? Oh, no mercy one's going down. Interesting. I did buy the murder hornet one just because it's fun. Just because that's where I think it's funny with bees and stuff like that. Industrial auto turret's fantastic. And then the pirate one, I think that is going to be the one that's going to kind of rise to different levels of worth. Abyss, we knew Abyss one was going to go down. It's cool collection, but eh. But back to the tempered. Cool set. Oop, doesn't want to go off of there. Tempered set has been pretty stable. You can see that's where some of the big pieces, if we take out the face mask. Okay, face mask, we all know about that. So we're just going to take that one off the table. The rest of the pieces are kind of hit and miss. You know, of course, that's where you have the kilt. Always the kilt's going to be the big one. If you're ever worrying about a set, buy the kilt. Buy the kilt because that one's going to be the most expensive. Tempered salvage sword is $7. And the tempered SMG, $5. Okay, so that's holding the set. We have the face mask, tempered door, double doors. They always do well. We know that. Honestly, that's where if you wanted the basics of the set and you weren't looking at the face mask and you just wanted to go coffee can, honestly, get into it pretty cheap. The garage door is pretty cool. I don't think anybody can argue on that one. Bow, mid. Bed, So where's that one gonna land? I think that's gonna be kind of mid-roll. That's where it's gonna be under. I would put a buy order on that one as well. I am surprised that's where the tempered door is just hanging right around retail price as well. Very interesting. So buy order on that one, $1.50 if you really want it, or otherwise if you're okay with waiting, 85 cents. Door. Very different. It's an armored door. Looks really good. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. It's done 4,820. If you're just looking for an armored door that has something a little bit different, that's probably going to be your winner. But it doesn't have any kind of a backing for a collection, nothing like that. Honestly, I would probably put a buy order in at like 80 cents, and it's just not something that's going to gain you value. But if you like it, support the creator, pick it up. Gold chains. Our last one. Gold chains. Here's what your set looks like, guys. Minus $5. We have the barbecue that's holding it together. We have the gold chains salvage pickaxe. And then we have the salvage axe that's holding this set together. That's it. The auto turret, is it going to bring everything back to life? Buy order, buy order, buy order, buy order. And don't forget about your plushies. That's where it goes to a good cause. That's where we got the cancer research and Ronald McDonald. Sorry for spending so much time on that, but very cool stuff in here. And we can kind of see the trends right now. That's where Optimized Revolver has been just going up. So that is the item of the week, which kind of thought it was going to be the shop front for Popstar. Wrong on that one. All right. Boom. Now, after all that chitter, what did we pick up this week on buy orders? Crypt Barricade. Crypt Barricade. Interesting. Then we got the Pirate Electric Furnace. We knew that was going to come. And then we got the Year of the Horse handmade LMG and Scrap Hazard Helmet. Huh. What is that even worth right now? $1.50? We probably had that for under like 50 cents. Very weird on how some of these actually do come through. What were we? See, that's where we did pick up that murder hornet turret. What was one of the ones? This is the ones that I had a comment on. Can the sheet metal helmet, vest, and then the kilt, can that be used as something for the desert? Most definitely. That's actually a good alternative. Is it perfect? Is it gonna be like desert camel? No. No, 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 no. Nothing compares to desert camel. That's why it's so expensive and everybody loves it. So it's got to be a key staple. And now don't forget that's where you have your Twitch drops. Let me pull those ones up because everybody's been a little bit confused on what is going on. Because everybody thought once we reach our goal, that's where everything would be just gave to us. But let me pull this up. Okay. So the charity skins, guys. This is where, for the wooden box, you do have to watch on Twitch, YouTube streamer, anybody, for 2 hours to unlock the box, the bed, the backpack, the electric furnace. That's where we're at. We're working right now on the auto turret. Once we hit that, that's where that one will be unlocked. So it's 2 hours of your time, and then you'll be able to claim these. Anybody who's streaming. That is how they're unlocked. Desert Raider face mask. Should we take a look at what the Desert Raider set looks like? And then don't forget about your bears. That's where you can go. And there's auctions and stuff out there if you care to take a look at those. I'm not going to pull those ones up just because, woof, they are absolutely crazy. Let's quick look and see if we can find that. Let's look at those key ones. All right. So let's look at all right. Let's look at see if we can find Forest Raiders. Just look at the set. Okay, so we got Desert Raiders. Face mask will cost you, like you said, $90. $90 for the face mask. Good Lord. Look at these. So what are you looking at? What, 25? Oh my God. That's insane for the whole set. Look at this, $70. So if you want to buy the metal set, so if we get this and this, we're going to be paying $160 for a face mask and a chest piece. Holy mackerel. That's insane. That's insane. Look at the... You might as well just go get Rhino, to be honest. That's where to replace, like, this and this. Rhino would be a way better option. About time to sell? Let's... Yeah. Let's look at the Steam market and see once. So what? Almost $100. Almost $100 is going to be like the all-time lifetime. Look at how it's been trending up. So right there, you can see where your dips are. When people talk about dips, they're all the time at the same time of the year. November is going to be your best time to buy. Hmm. Wow. There you go. Need some extra cash. Pop it off right there. Forest Raiders. This is going to be another one that's going to... that surprised me. So, coffee can. This is not as high. Oh, look at the kilt. $102. $102 for a kilt. $70 for roadside armor. They need temple. Wow. And then, am I scared to look at whiteout? Oop. Got a little bit of lag. Whiteout is not as bad completely. So desert is, honestly, desert's the one that's the most expensive. Interesting on that one. I wish I could reskin in Brits. I run around a desert raider. Yep. Totally agree. Whiteout is usually the cheapest. Yep. Very cool. Okay, after all that yapping, let's get going here. Yeah, there's money to be made in skins by far. But just when you're buying, be very cautious. Be very, very cautious. Don't go overboard and don't buy everything that is down to like 50, 60 cents. You'll get caught in that trap of just buying skin after skin after skin. Like the Forest Raider bed. I mean, look at how many people have bought and sold that thing. Holy mackerel. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to run over by the apartments. We're going to check that out on here. We should probably... Apartments. We should probably go into one of the other worlds, though. All we need is a backpack. Start with nothing. Perfect. We need a rock, though. Man, alright, fine. There, we'll take that. Oh. Let's see. World what? Which one are we going in? What has the highest pop? 17. 10. 14. Oh my gosh. Look at this poor fella. What are we looking at, bro? Okay. Oh, that guy's rocking. 21, 27. Okay. getting a little bit better. What are we gonna find? A rock? Oh, look at that. Goodies. 21. Oh, hello. Or what are we doing? World 4? World 1. We're going to World 1. All right. Apartment living. We're not allowed to use the hub. We're only allowed to use what's in the map. How's that? For this. That's it. Apartment complex. All kinds of stuff over there. How are we gonna get over there? We need a horse. This is our new life as a nomad. We got a TC and we got a sleeping bag. Yep. Go to World 3, large oil rig. Everyone is. Large oil rig, not being auto farm starter. I'll go to World 3. I'll go to World 3. Sounds good. Then we can take a look at that later on. Not today, but that's where we're gonna play it like it's a regular map without anything, without any add-ons. No dungeons, no nothing. Oh, look at these fine fellas. We're gonna be an apartment dweller on Brits. That's the game plan. Maybe we can find this. What? You live in World 1? Oh my gosh, now. See? I'm torn. Nice little rain. Be good. This is our home. We are locked. For this part, we are locked in this world. Cannot leave. We are playing regular Rust. Welcome in, welcome in. Boom. We're looking pretty fine now. Don't need anything else but some scrap for an apartment. See what's along the way here. Okay. Well, somebody's built a regular base. Oh, there's our saving grace right there. Mr. Pickles. The auto farming is good. Oh, okay. Check out some of the new monuments there. Yeah, I've seen some of the new stuff that's been added. That's really cool. Look at this. Very nice. I love those doors. What the? That person has personality. I can appreciate it. I love it. I did not get that wallpaper skin pack yet. Oh, we should go over to the gas station quick. We can probably get our fast scrap over there. Wallpaper skin pack is not that great. Oh, really? Thought people were loving that one. I know the price has not been received very well. Look at this. We are going to be decked out in no time. Who needs all that top gear when we got barrel loot? We're going to be locked into a penthouse at this rate. Do we play on a regular servers? Yes, that's where it is, if you've seen like when we started, that's where I play in a few different ones. Yes. I've been playing on War Bandits, yes. Just looking for enough scrap. We'll get that very, very quick. And I know we could do raids and stuff, but we're locking ourselves straight into this map. Look at that. Enough for an apartment already. I love what they did with the place. That's cool. Rework on this. Welcome in, welcome in. Yes, we are heading to the apartment. That is... probably follow the road and go right through to water treatment. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, happy Sunday to you too. Part of the paddler club. Open a shop at the apartment. I suppose. I mean, we'll see. Let's get over there, see what's going on, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do. Because we got to try to debunk some stuff. In apartments, what causes loot levels? Remember, it's the tiers of stuff and how many slots are filled. That's part of the whole matrix. I don't think anybody's figured it out completely. I'm just going off of what I've had from my experience. Is when I find that most of my slots in my apartment is filled up. It puts me into a medium tier. I try to, on the regular servers, that's where I try to make sure that I keep my loot at a minimum that's in the apartment, and no high tier stuff. I always put that into a vending machine. But again, that's only what I've experienced, so I don't know what you guys have experienced in the apartments. If you have, that's where throw it out there. Especially for the good of the group, just trying to figure out, you know, how to stay alive on some of these servers. There we go. Gonna say it again, guys. We need skins for our diving suits. Oh, we should go off of no crafting. Only finding stuff? Ooh. Imagine how crazy that would be. We're crafting only like bows and pistol bullets. Print frag. Make a trap base? Not on here. No. I do not want to put a trap base on here. No. That is not my style on here. On a different server, 100%. Even when we're going to test out the apartments, we're going to be very kind. Only testing. There. That give us enough to, I think when we recycle everything, we should have enough to get our apartment, and we should be able to get a shop. Looking like it. Welcome in, welcome in. Nice peaceful Sunday. Yeah, sit back. That's where get your stream time in to get your charitable stuff unlocked. Jay, it is 2 hours of your time is what it is. That's the first level, and then it's each additional item is 2 hours. This is Brit's PvE. We are just going on a nice little journey. Grab that box quick, though. Can we raid that base? No. Oh no. We are just looking for crap right now. And stuff to hopefully get an apartment. Welcome in, welcome in. Why aren't we streaming on TikTok? That's where I usually keep it between the couple platforms. Yeah, right now it's between YouTube and Twitch, and then that's where we do have stuff from Kick as well. Ow. Alright, let's just ride across here. pretty nice. All right. Here looks to be our home coming up. Oh, you're fine. You also live in the apartment? On Brits? Ow. Please tell me you do not live on World 3. No. Okay, good. Look at that perfect island right across. Good. All right, let's see what's going on in the apartments. Dun, dun, dun. So, okay, so no shops on here, okay. But okay, so we can get a regular apartment. Now, let's take a look. Can you get a key? This is where okay. All right. $101? Okay. Well, home sweet home. So much good stuff we have, huh? Oh my goodness. Hopefully nobody raids this. Again, we're gonna get raided. That's fine. Okay, let's dump this stuff off. They can have all of our wonderful treasures. Welcome in, welcome in. amazing. All right, let's go paddle. We'll go find some stuff to... Where's the nearest recycler? Stone quarry, mining outpost. Abandoned cabins. So, really not much that I care for over here. Let's try to put something over on the road over there. $101. Go get some stone, and we're gonna make the world's cringe base. What kind of base should we put down? That would be something fitting. Oh, we're going the wrong way. Oops, we're turned around already. So the goal is we're gonna get let's farm ourselves up. 1,050 scrap. We're gonna go down. We're gonna look at the cameras. We're gonna see what everything's going on. And we're gonna see if we can touch loot or not. We have to debunk it. There's gonna be our trees right there. Welcome in, welcome in. What's for lunch today? Don't know. Pizza? Oh my goodness. Are we just playing for funs today? Yes, we are. Yes, sir. What is this? Clan base. We're just borrowing some of this. Neat take on this. Very cool. We do our quests. We might as well click them. Forgot all about it. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, we're just on world 3, starting over. No leaving the world. Doing taking a look at the apartment. We just got to put ourselves a very modest base thing together. Okay, so if we go to our quests, we don't have to... Good, we didn't have to craft any of that. But I don't think we can get away with not crafting a blueprint. I think that's the only thing we're going to have to make that exception on. The rest, I think we're good. What? I can live over here? How can I live over here? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Well, that's what we're doing. We're gonna live right across from the apartments. Unless we go on that side. I hate crowding somebody. But again, too, that's where it's not next to the road, so we want to be next to the road so we can just farm stuff. And we got to figure out where a recycler is. Looks like mining outpost. If it's not going to be on the way, it doesn't make any sense. Or we just buy a recycler, but... No, let's go by the road. We'll buy her... Oh, we can't buy a recycler. Look at that. I almost broke my rule already. So I'll have to live in between mining outposts. Let's find where this road is, though. This is it? Yes, it is. There is nothing on it, though. That's not gonna work. Oops. Sorry, Pickles. Welcome in, welcome in. Apartment life? Yeah, boy. Apartment life. Okay, that's cool terrain. Okay, this is getting further and further out now. Yikes. So somewhere here. Alright, looks like this is going to be the winner. Welcome in, welcome in. Kind of flat, but hey, there could be our transportation right there. It's a little bit better. With all the dead animals. Oh, that didn't sound good. Yeah, I'm not sure what I wanna really build though. Okay. Oop. Darn it. What are we building? Very free, we'll say. Wonder if we can. I don't know. bear with me for 1 second while we are playing around on this. Okay, so welcome in, welcome in. Perfect. Good. What are we building? Oh, we don't know. No worries. So, what we put? Building something different? I don't know. I don't know what we're building. Go. Let's get this thing. Get this thing upgraded though. It's upgrading. Let's yeah, so we gotta fill some of those in, but is it fine for now? Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, we're going to try to see about that. I think you saw me on another server. Probably Slate 453 if it was if I raided your apartment. I'm so sorry. I'm just very broke. Very broke. With that nice fella. More paddles. More paddles. We can take them. Thoughts on console updates? As in, what's to come? I mean, there's a lot of good stuff that's coming down the pipeline. Trains. I mean, you got the you got the introduction now of cave systems, so trains is right around the corner. So that'll be a big one. Yes, we are paddlers. No crafting. The only thing we can craft is our blueprint and our hammer, and we might have to say arrows, because otherwise we really have no way to defend ourselves. Otherwise, we'll be running around with a paddle forever. Good. Prim? Yep. You are 100% right. Oh, bicycle. Yes, we just put up a house. Working on getting a vehicle right now, just so we can go back and forth. Otherwise, travel would be just a little bit slow. Look at that armor. Welcome in, welcome in. Does watching your stream count towards my charity? Yes, it does. 2 hours. 2 hours to get the first thing unlocked and keep going. Why do we have so many things? Why do we have so many tabs for... Okay. Okay. It'll lift. Uh-oh. Which one do we get now? Camper van? fix the camper van. That's what I was kind of thinking. Would like to see a car lift if I can get one. That would be great. And I know that's gonna come in crates. Okay, we do have the scrap. We have the scrap and then some. I have a feeling that's where that scrap was thrown on the ground. We'll take it. Oh yeah, I have not been watching the time. I am so sorry. I know I usually like to keep these at an hour. But let me get the boxes and stuff situated. We just need a motor. Man. That is not very friendly. Are you kidding me? Not friendly. We have a full base on us? We do. This is insane. Battle request done? Yeah, I know. I see that popped up. Thank you. All right. Let's go get stuff a little bit in sync here. Where's our wood? we find metal? Thought we had some metal frags. Too much junk? Yep. Absolutely right. A lot of stuff that's going to get broken down. Let's do... We can probably get more barrels in there. Just because we want to try to maximize out all this space right now. Put random randomness in that box. We get one more man. Hey, thanks for joining. Love watching Rust, but don't have the time to play. Well, my suggestion would be play on something like here. Start out, see what works for you. You don't have to dive completely in. Start slow, see what works for you. True. There is a lot of people that just like to watch Rust content. I get it. Very, very true. What are we gonna do with all this? Recycle a lot. Recycle a ton of this. We should just be dropping it all into a box and move on, but trying to make some rhyme or reason. There, that's everything. Components. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, we're just gonna dump all this stuff in there. Take that out. Rest we're just dumping. Good enough. All right, let's get some windows and some doors on here. Windows, what do we need? 4. One of those. One of those. We'll leave this thing open. Nice. Okay. That should work. Somebody will see this and go, "What is this?" That's what I would say. What's going on with that base? I would just say they must be having a very good time on that server. And that is right. Oh, pushed it forward enough. When we find a garage door, we'll change that out. But Okay, looks good enough. Now, um, there's a gas station all the way down there. We are not going to do that. We'll take the horse. We're gonna take our scrap. We're gonna see if we can get into an apartment, and that is where we're going to try to lead it off with. Welcome in, welcome in. How's the update going? Good. Hopefully your wipe is going as good. Been raided 3 times? What? Man, I'm sorry. That is pretty harsh. Alright, now let's see if we can fix up our... thing here. Nice. Awesome. Our camper is all in one piece. Okay, let's go take some scrap. Go see what we can do. We have no bullets, so that'll do us no good. Let's see. Let's grab our mace. Might as well look like a complete robber. Let's do it. Let's go take our horse back and see what can happen. So we need 1,000 for the key. Let's just take that. All right, let's go. We'll take Pickles over. Come on, Pickles. Welcome in. Yes, we're on Brits and we're going into the apartment. Somehow we got a lower level apartment. And we're going to check out what the keys do on here. So then we can answer the question, is it worth it on a PvE server to live in the apartment? Oh, Hoblin. Back, had to do tier 4, boom, and battery quest. Only got 1 level. Oh my gosh. Only one level for all of that. What's your level right now? Oh my god. Okay, null, 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 null. Low. Low. Oh my gosh. Pro 10 level 251 was, and now 252. 1.55 million. Medium. 604. You can't buy a key. Interesting. So you can't. See? That's what I thought. And everybody said I was wrong. You can't buy a key. Ta-da! Debunked. Right there. On Brits, you cannot buy the key. You can look to see what everybody's level is in the apartments, but cannot buy a key. And you can see as well, I have the 1,000 scrap right there. So okay, and door is closed. So you cannot on Brits raid in the apartment. And we live in 301. Here we go. Ta-da! So all of this is still at a low. So what we'll have to do is keep testing this out, guys, and figure out like what is the break between how many slots are filled up and everything, so we can kind of best see how we want to keep our levels like when we're on some of the vanilla servers. This has been a long one. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I try to keep it, and I know that's where I've been almost. I am right at the 2-hour mark. I apologize. That's where I never like to keep these long. All right, that's where we're going to take a lunch break right there. Remember, that's where watching 2 hours of Rust content will get you the box unlocked. So that's where if you tuned in right away, congratulations. That's where you just got your box. So make sure that's where you're watching. Everybody get those things in before they're gone, because I think it's all the way through the end of the month. So I'll have to check it, and that's where next time we're live, I'll let you know. Okay? Thank you so much, guys, and